3 years ago, the world we knew disappeared overnight.
Hey everyone! Welcome back to MovieScope with Hans, your go-to channel for all things cinema. Today, we're diving into Elevation, the latest post-apocalyptic action thriller directed by Nolfi. Released just a week ago here in the UAE, this $18 million film has stirred up quite the buzz, and for good reason. Think A Quiet Place but at 8,000 feet above sea level. Intrigued? Let's get into it. Elevation is set in a post-apocalyptic world where humanity's survival depends on altitude. Why? Because below 8,000 feet, giant insect-like creatures called the Repears dominate, hunting humans based on CO2 emissions. The story follows Nina, played by Morena Baccarin, Will, portrayed by Mackie, and Katie, brought to life by Maddie Hasson, as they navigate this harrowing reality. When a life-threatening situation forces them to venture into the danger zone, tensions rise, alliances are tested, and, of course, giant creatures wreak havoc. Sounds simple, right? Well, Elevation throws in some interesting twists along the way, and I'm here to break it all down for you. Let's address the obvious elephant, or rather, the alien, in the room. Yes, the concept feels eerily similar to A Quiet Place. Both films feature apex predators wiping out most of humanity, and survival hinges on specific conditions, silence in one, and altitude in the other. Initially, I even thought Elevation might be connected to A Quiet Place somehow. But where it diverges is in its lore. The Reapers aren't your typical biological monsters. Nope, they're robots. And that twist, it's one of the film's most redeeming elements. Let's talk about what Elevation does well. First, the suspense. Despite its flaws, the movie keeps you on edge. The Reapers are fast, massive, and downright terrifying. Mackie is another strong point. As both actor and producer, he delivers a solid performance, effortlessly embodying Will's resilience and resourcefulness. And while Morena Baccarin and Maddie Hasson didn't quite hit the same notes for me, they still added layers to the group dynamic. Now, let's address the not-so-great parts. The dialogue. Mediocre at best. Some lines feel forced, and there are moments where the characters' actions defy logic. Like Nina, who spends years researching ways to defeat the Reapers, but suddenly has a eureka moment in the lab. Really? You didn't think of that earlier? Also, the tension between Nina and Katie feels a bit overdone. They hate each other but somehow manage to work together in life-or-death situations. While that adds some drama, it's not always convincing. One scene that stood out to me. When Will shoots a propane tank, causing an explosion that sends a Reaper flying out a window. It's a classic action moment that's both thrilling and satisfying. And, of course, the twist. Finding out the Reapers are robots built to hunt humans based on CO2 emissions. That revelation adds a new layer to the story and sets up the bigger picture. An impending showdown with whoever sent these mechanical monstrosities. Let's not get too scientific here, but I have questions. Why do the Reapers only hunt humans? Surely, other species emit CO2 too. And how do these massive creatures navigate small spaces like staircases? It's better not to think too hard about these things, but they do make you chuckle when you realize how silly they are. So, where does Elevation land on the scale? For me, it's a B-grade movie that edges slightly above its category. The concept is intriguing, the action sequences deliver, and the twist adds some much-needed depth. But the dialogue, character dynamics, and occasional plot holes hold it back. If you're a fan of post-apocalyptic thrillers and don't mind some inconsistencies, this is a fun one-time watch. I'd give it a 6 out of 10. Have you watched Elevation? What did you think of the Reapers, the twist, and that ending? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to MovieScope with Hans for more reviews and movie breakdowns. Until next time, Keep watching and stay curious.